Alright, looks like we're live, guys. Thank you. If you are watching on YouTube, we are also streaming on Instagram, and vice versa. If you're watching on Instagram, come watch on YouTube. Feel free to leave comments. If you're watching this later, like I always say, leave comments below, and we'll discuss anything that we talk about tonight later on, because I love to continue the conversation. Let's see. Tonight we're going to go over basically fireworks, Haunted Mansion, restaurant rumors, and some of the Christmas and Halloween party news. Give it a second here, see if anybody joins in. Looks like we got somebody on Instagram and wait for YouTube. Okay. So yeah, last night was the final showing of Wishes at the Magic Kingdom. It is a fireworks show that many people love and has been going for 13, 14 years, something like that. To be honest, I'll explain, but we've never actually watched it in person. We've seen it obviously through video and been watching a lot of people's live streams this week, but we've never actually watched it in person because Quinn doesn't really do well with loud noises or just fireworks. That whole setting is not something she's comfortable with. So when we're at the parks, we usually lately we found like Fill Our Magic has been good, or I think Small World was good. Good place for us to kind of duck away and get out for her to hide. So we've never actually seen it in person, and also I think maybe if she wasn't so afraid, we would watch it and we would see it. But I don't know that, like, for me, I don't know that I would be. Maybe Courtney and Quinn would feel differently, but I just don't know that I would be in love with the fireworks show to the extent that everyone else is. But I have seen some of the previews of the new Happily Ever After, which starts tonight. Actually, Disney Parks is doing a live stream on their YouTube channel, Disney Parks blog, like their official thing, at 8:55. So we're going to try to wrap this up quickly and get out. So if anybody wants to watch it, can watch it, and we will see it then. But this is probably going to be the same thing. I doubt we're ever going to actually get a chance to see it in person. Two people joining us. Hey, we're talking about Disney fireworks right now. We're also, if you're on Instagram, we're on YouTube, and vice versa. But yeah, it's not something that I'm sure we'll ever get around to seeing in person, just because Quinn doesn't do the loud noises. But a tip for anybody who is looking to avoid the loud noises, if you are like our daughter who cannot handle it, Fill Our Magic is a pretty good place. You can still feel the rumbles a little bit, but Small World was a good place to duck into and avoid kind of all of the sounds from the fireworks. But yeah, Happily Ever After looks cool. It looks like it's going to have some of the newer characters like Moana and stuff. They posted a preview, God, it was probably almost a week ago now, or a couple days ago, and that showed that there was like some, almost looked like fireflies in the trees. So like, I feel like they're going to do projections on more than just the castle, but it also has projections, which is really cool. So yeah, I'm excited about it. We're excited about it. Are you guys going to watch live stream tonight? If you are you excited about it? Are you going to miss Wishes? Do you not care about Wishes? Or and same about Happily Ever After. What do you think about it? The Day of Steve on YouTube said should be around for a few years, so maybe when Q's older. Yeah, I mean, if she ever gets around to being okay with it, I'm sure we'll watch it. But again, for us, I mean, the projections on Happily Ever After is more exciting to me than the actual fireworks. It's kind of same with like looking at all the nighttime shows and fireworks in general. Like, we missed it because they do it every night now, but last time we were at the parks, Rivers of Light was only showing every other night. I think it was like Tuesday, Thursday, and like weekends or something like that. And we were there on like a Monday or something like that. We missed it by a night. But I'm very interested in Rivers of Light. Like, that seems like my pace. I like the projections. I like the floating things. Like, that's, for me, that's cool. Where the actual fireworks thing, like, sure, it is better than our local fireworks or whatever it may be, but like, it's still just fireworks, and I guess they don't amaze me that much. But the projections is pretty cool. I'm excited about it. Yeah, Steve, I'm trying to hold off until I can see it in person. It's going to be hard. Yeah, especially tonight. I think every single blogger and vlogger and just person within the Disney community is there or posting about it or streaming it or whatever it may be. let's see. I'm gonna move on to the next one so we can keep this quickly, so we can get out and watch the Disney Parks vlog stream at 8:55 here tonight. The next thing we're going to talk about is party tickets. They're available. It popped up, I believe it was Monday or Tuesday morning, and they are now available to purchase. And some people are kind of bummed about they're doing the tiered pricing like they did last year, and like the Halloween and like the higher end of the tier went up, I think, as much as $10. I've heard only $2, but some people said $10. I didn't look into it because we're not buying those tickets for that night. But the low end, and specifically the August dates, the ones that people aren't really all that excited about, but the August dates of these tickets are actually really cheap at $79 a night. We've been for the past 2 years to the Halloween party, and this year's tickets will be the cheapest we've ever paid for tickets, and we're really excited about it. We're going to go on August 29th, which is the day after Quinn's birthday. It'll be kind of her birthday thing, and I'm excited, and I'm not at all weirded out by celebrating Halloween in August like some people seem to be. I don't know why that seems to be a bad thing in other people's eyes, but it does. Same thing, they're doing the tiered pricing for the Christmas parties as well. We will not be attending the Christmas party this year. We did last year, but this is not the year for us. So I don't really know. I think the prices are they went up equal amounts. Something I also should mention is last year we went on Halloween Day. And the year before, I believe we went like a week or two before Halloween. I've read in like some Facebook groups and on Twitter that like people will suggest to other people like don't go to the Halloween party like on Halloween, and I don't think it was at least it didn't feel any more packed on that night than it did when we went a couple of weeks before the year before. And I think they limit the tickets enough that it's a noticeable difference, but you're not going to get on every single ride and ride all of the rides throughout the night and meet every single character. You're just not, that's just not possible, especially some of the hard to meet characters like Seven Dwarves, or last year we had like Jack and Sally. I think, no, Judy House and Nick Wilde were at the Christmas party. But yeah, even for the Christmas party, like you're not going to be able to get those hard to meet characters. They're just not as easy to get. Let's see. The Day of Steve on YouTube. The Christmas parties are expensive this year, much more than Halloween. Yeah. We haven't looked into them, so I don't know. I mean, they're going to continue to go up. Disney has no incentive to not continue to bring them up in price. They're expensive. You are not required to go. I understand that there are people who are just not on board with this. We have a really good time. Even when we went last year to the Christmas party, and I would say overall didn't enjoy it as much as the Halloween party. But by no means, though, did we have a bad experience. Like the Halloween party was better for us. So we'll continue to go. This will be our third year straight that we've been, and we love it. We're big fans of the Halloween party, and I can't see. I mean, I think everybody has a price where they're priced out, or a point when they're priced out, but I don't see a point anytime soon that we will be priced out of the Halloween party, because we have a blast. You get to ride a lot of rides. There's some cool characters. The Hocus Pocus show is cool, and I'm assuming that won't be around forever, but at some point when they change that, that's cool. The parade is by far the best parade, and if you follow me on Twitter, you know I very frequently complain about there not being a parade at Disney World at night. So I'll be really excited to see a parade again at night. All those things are important to me. So I am definitely excited for that. Let's see. Given the choice, Halloween is a much better party. The Day of Steve on YouTube. I agree. There is the one thing I'll say about Christmas. The one big defense I'll give of Christmas is being on Main Street when it starts snowing and the music. I mean, just the atmosphere of Main Street during the Christmas party is. I mean, we never got to experience the Osborne Lights, so I can't compare it to that. But I've never enjoyed something nearly as much. It's such a great feeling. But overall, we're talking party, everything from characters to things, candy / cookie, like all those things. Halloween just, I mean, it completely blows Christmas out of the water for me, and in my opinion. Like, if I could only go to one for the rest of my life, it would be the easiest decision ever. I'd go to the Halloween party every single time. I love the theming. I love what the park looks like when it's decorated for Halloween. I wouldn't be mad. People joke about, like, oh, what's next after August? We're going to start celebrating Halloween in July. I wouldn't even be mad about that. Let's do it. Let's do Halloween July 5th. I am completely down for it, and I love it. And if we lived closer and we had the ability, I would go as many times as I could to the Halloween party. I'm a big fan. Not everybody is, and that's fine. It's a voluntary thing. Not everyone has to come. All right, move on to the next topic. The Day of Steve, who's actually here on YouTube, suggested all these topics because I was busy this week and I didn't actually prepare much for the news, but I did see this. He suggested talking about the rumored Haunted Mansion restaurant coming to the Magic Kingdom. I mean, I don't know what to say about it. There's not much to discuss about it. It would be great. I think we all want it. There's been a rumor of this before, or I think it maybe was a bar originally or something like that. There's also been rumored of a Haunted Mansion resort, either actually at the park, where you stay at the house, which I don't think would ever actually happen, or I've heard rumors that, like, French Quarter, or maybe it's not French Quarter, Riverside, one of the Port Orleans resorts turning some of those rooms into, like, a deluxe Haunted Mansion thing. I'll take any version of it. Sign me up. Some of the big things I've heard on podcasts or other YouTube channels about the rumor of this Haunted Mansion restaurant is, where would it go? There doesn't seem to be a straightforward, smart way for them to incorporate it anywhere. There's not really room. I mean, if you look at an aerial view of the park and you look at the Haunted Mansion, it's a massive building. Like, it's so huge. But, like, there's not really an area, and I'm sure they could, to, like, add a restaurant to the actual ride area. So now we're talking about a separate building. And I think the one that makes the most sense, just because it's closest, and I mean, people like it, but, like, there's no diehard fans of the Columbia Harbor House. We ate there last time. We will have a vlog about it coming up in probably a month or so. But yeah, it was really good, and we like it, but, like, take it. If you're going to give me a Haunted Mansion restaurant there instead, I will take it, even if it's a higher priced experience, where Columbia Harbor House is kind of a quick service, more affordable experience. I will take that Haunted Mansion version of that. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, I think that would be smart. They were talking about, I believe it was on Drunk at Disney's podcast, he was talking about, him or Rhiannon was talking about that area potentially becoming Club 33. And then maybe the Disney World version of Club 33 is a Haunted Mansion Club 33, which means we would still technically get this rumored restaurant, but at least me and most people that I know would probably never be able to afford to go there, which would be a really big bummer. Like, that would not be cool by any stretch of the imagination. So, we're going to hope that that's not the case. But yeah, I think the thing that makes the most sense is Columbia Harbor House as far as location, unless you took out their store that's there, which is really small, but that building that store sits in seems to be much larger than what the store is, so maybe there's room somewhere within there. I was joking with Courtney before we started here, like, what if you tore out the Rapunzel bathrooms? Then you could, in theory, but those got to be the most expensive bathrooms Disney's ever built, so, like, they're going to tear that out. I just don't see a place in that area. You do Liberty Tree, which isn't really close to Haunted Mansion, but it's close enough. But people love the Liberty Tree. It's kind of like a staple of Disney World. I can't imagine that they're going to pull out the Liberty Tree Tavern at this point. So I don't see an area where it makes sense other than the Columbia Harbor House. Or splitting the Columbia Harbor House, having, like, the upstairs be Haunted Mansion and the downstairs being the quick service, or vice versa. That could work. Or just outright building a new building. But it'd be a revolt if they got rid of the Tangled area. I think there would be. I really do. So I don't see them actually taking away the Tangled bathrooms. I've not heard that rumor anywhere on podcasts or in blogs or groups or forums or anything like that. It's just something I was saying. Like, think about the things that are close within that area. Like, that's basically it. Like, you have those bathrooms, you have the Haunted Mansion store, and you have Columbia Harbor House. Other than that, like, you're getting things further away. You're getting over by like Hall of Presidents that way, or all the way over to like Liberty Tree, which, like I said, was fine, but like I think people love Liberty Tree way too much. So like I said, there's also I think Disney World has a luxury, and this is the whole point of Disney World, I think, compared to Disneyland, where like I think there's room. They could technically build a space that they could do it, but I don't imagine that they're going to do that. If they're going to put in a Haunted Mansion restaurant, it's a cash grab. We can call it what it is, or it's to make money. They're not going to spend millions and millions of dollars developing this. They're going to take an area like Columbia Harbor House, which is good. You know, I'll serve all the same food. You just change the costumes of the employees and then redecorate the inside of it. Like, and then I mean, they would be booked at that restaurant 180 days forever. Like, it would be the new Be Our Guest. Like, people would be there just nonstop. It makes so much sense to do it. I'm sure they will. Over on, I think that's it for today. If anybody has any more questions, I'm going to answer Day of Steve here on YouTube real quick, but that's going to be it if you don't have any more questions for today. Like I said earlier, leave comments below if you have anything, if you watch this later, and we will talk about it later. Or if you're still currently watching, once we're done and we end the stream, go over to the Disney Parks blog and watch their live stream of Happily Ever After. Day of Steve said it would have to go somewhere else in Liberty Square. Like the Skipper Canteen isn't right next to the Jungle Cruise either. That's true, and I mean there's a storefront that Tiana used to meet over there, and then Belle met for a while, and sometimes it's a DVC area. Just put it in place of the Hall of Presidents. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to get political on here, but I don't think there's a portion of this country who would not be mad about that at this point. I mean, but there's got to be, like, just think about that area. There's that, like, I was just talking about the place where Tiana and Belle met, and, like, the DVC/AP area that's over there. It's kind of by where the Muppets Great Moments in History is. You got to think about, like, even above, I don't know what's up there, but, like, above Hall of Presidents or above where, like, Great Moments in History happens up there, there's got to be space. There's puppeteers up there doing that show. I don't know how tall it is. I don't know if those people are up there like laying down because there's no room, but like there's got to be space up there that, like, if they expanded it the right way, maybe they could do something. And like I said, I mean, in the end, they probably have room next to Haunted Mansion over there somewhere where they can move enough stuff or plow enough stuff down that they could, in theory, make it happen over there. Alright, I think that's it. Thank you everyone for watching. We had a good amount of views in both things tonight, so thank you for watching. Again, as I said a million times now, if you're watching, you want to say hi?
Yeah.
Say hi to everyone.
Hi everyone.
Quinn is here now, in case you were worried. You didn't have to listen to her talk over me the whole time, though. Yeah, but yeah, if you're seeing this later and you have any
later,
yeah, if you have any
later,
yeah, if you have any questions or want to discuss it more, let us know below, and I'd love to keep talking. Follow us on Instagram at Main Street Citizens, on Twitter at Main Citizens. The Day of Steve is commenting a ton in here today. Follow him on YouTube and everywhere else. He's a good guy. And let's see, I think that's all the questions everywhere. Yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. I'm going to close out now and go watch Happily Ever After. Thanks.